Hello and welcome out to this week's episode of Gamers Council. I'm your host, WebDave, along with my co-host, RHETRI. RHETRI, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Dave. It's another Sunday. Fortunately, the Ravens lost. I was kind of rooting for them. I don't really have a stake in this whatsoever. All my teams are gone.
You're not a Swiftie? I don't understand.
I'm going for the Lions too. They'll probably lose as well. So, let's go Detroit.
Oh yeah. We'll see what happens. The Lions, it would be nice because they've never been to a Super Bowl.
That's why I'm going. I'm going for the underdog. I love rooting for the underdog. 100%.
That would be cool. Wow, we have got an awesome guest tonight, and really glad that he's here. And welcome, JayRock. What's up, buddy? How you doing, sir?
What's going on, Dave? What's going on, RHETRI? It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for the invitation. Can't wait to get started. But listen, RHETRI.
Yes.
At least you're not like a Giants fan like myself. My season was over about 6 games into
it. Listen. I feel you, but let me tell you who my teams are.
All right.
Patriots? Okay? Yeah. All right. But hold on. I live in South Carolina, so the Panthers are my secondary. So I feel you. I feel you on the Giants thing. You guys had a bad year. But damn, Panthers, really bad year. Patriots, not great. Fucking bad. But it's a lot of in South Carolina we got a lot of implants and shit. A lot of my neighbors are New Yorkers and stuff. So my neighbor's a Giants fan too, and I'm always we cried on each other's shoulders this entire year. It's just not good. It's not good, man.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I live in Kentucky, so for me it's either the Tennessee Titans, the Indianapolis Colts, or the Cincinnati Bengals because they're like connecting close.
Damn,
and I'm just
I like how you can you get to go wherever the wind is blowing. Whoever's winning that year, that's who I'm cheering for.
So Kansas City, here we go. What? Oh, anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't want to make anybody mad or upset, but hey, man, this is going to be a great show. Look, we already have some amazing people in the chat. We have 33 people live with us. We got Infinite Number, welcome, and then of course,
what's up, buddy?
We have the one and only.
Why so serious?
Love Why So Serious is here too, man. That's awesome. Lord Master Jasper. We have Timmy. And then, of course, we have RSJ fan. Oh, my gosh. We have, let's see, Drawn TJ is here. Adidas 20. Welcome, TJ. My buddy. Oh, man, it's so good to have you on here. And a whole bunch more that are here. So, guys, welcome one and all. If I didn't get to you, don't take it personal. We're just a lot of stuff going on. But I know we're already up to 38 people in the chat, so that's pretty cool. But we do have a couple of we'll have a member renewal. Let's get that one first.
Yeah, our buddy Adidas with the 4 months. I swear this beer isn't in me yet. Thank you, buddy. He is, I think, in Vegas right now.
He is, because there's a super chat.
There we go.
Adidas
20. Yeah, he's in Sin City right now. So $10 says, "What's up, Gremlin Nation in the house? In Sin City for my birthday. Happy birthday, brother.
Happy birthday, man.
It says, have a great show. He'll catch the replay later. Absolutely. Adidas deserves it, man. He's actually missed a few shows lately, but he always, sends the love. And this guy worked like 2 months straight, didn't have a single day off. So you deserve it, man. Happy birthday to you. Good to see that you're having fun with your lady and stuff, man. So, and I hope you have a good time in Sin City. Don't do
Adidas. You brought your lady over to Sin City? Oh, Lord have.
Well, I don't know. I think so.
We're just gonna say.
I'm assuming yes.
Oh, we come.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't want to get you in trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
My dad used to tell me, you don't bring water to a beach, son. You don't.
Already.
Thanks, Dad. Great advice.
Yeah, good advice, Dad. Oh, you don't. Oh my God, I love that.
That is hilarious. I love it. I love it. RHETRI, as we go through and plan our members, which is also pretty good. And before we actually kick things off even more, I'm gonna show everybody what our emotes are that if you become a channel member, which is only $1 to sign up, if you want to get your own emotes for yourself, it's only $1. Greatly appreciate it. And if you don't, that's fine too. You don't have to. And then probably I'm going to probably give away some memberships tonight just because I'm feeling frosty. I'm gonna wait till some more people get in here, and then I'm gonna give some away. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just because. And we appreciate everybody. Gosh, man, it's we know there's a game on right now, and you know, if you watch now or watch later, we appreciate you either way. And we had a great show last week with Colt Eastwood and Kay Asante, and oh my goodness, I just can't tell you how much fun that was. And probably one of our biggest episodes so far too. He draws a crowd. So but you know what? Who draws a crowd too? Is JayRock, and we want everybody to know more about JayRock. Plus, we already have in the description, just so you know, his X feed, Twitter feed, whatever you want to call it. So you can sign up, follow him. He is one of the funniest guys out there, man. He tells it like it is. Talks that shit, as it were, TTS, and we love it. We love it. We love it. So RHETRI, I'm gonna let you get your game on.
Sure. Shout out to you, Big Bad Mo. See you. Good afternoon. He says, y'all. Absolutely, buddy. And I see something from Derek here. He says, who's pre-ordering the physical copy of Sea of Stars? I don't know if he's trolling or if is that real. Are you trolling, Derek? I feel like you might be trolling. Because honestly, you get my hopes up because I would buy that in a hot minute. Love Sea of Stars, man. But we'll start off with the softball question for you, Jay. We always like to ask everyone who comes on the show what you've been playing for games lately and any movies or TV shows that have caught your interest that you've been watching lately. So we'll start off with games with you.
Simple, man. Right now, Palworld.
Yeah.
Some F1, Call of Duty,
nice.
And the new season of Diablo started up.
Oh, yeah. Very cool. I haven't got back into Diablo. I'm afraid.
TV shows I'm watching Netflix Griselda.
Yeah, dude, that's good.
Yeah,
I started watching that. Yeah. Very nice. Yeah, Griselda man, I didn't even I can't remember her name right now for the
Griselda
life of me.
Blanco?
No, the actual actress that's playing her, the one from Modern Family. Sofia
Vergara.
Yeah, something like that. I was like, is that Sophia?
He pronounces it really well.
Yeah. He got the roll of the tongue.
Changes, right?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Because my wife's like, no way is that her. And I'm like, I think it's the voice is a dead giveaway. I'm like, dude, it's her voice.
Yeah.
And then she looked it up, of course. And yeah, that's her playing a hardcore gangster back in the day. Like,
Queen of the South.
Queen of the exactly. You ever notice that all the characters that play her, because I forgot about Queen of the South too, are gorgeous, and I'm just like, that is not what that lady looked like.
I know, right?
But it helps. It helps when you're watching.
I know. Listen, if she was alive, I know she'd be happy to see that. Like, oh, damn.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, she kind of effed around and found out though. Yeah, not a long life expectancy for that business. But yeah, good games right there. Palworld, we'll definitely be talking about Palworld tonight, obviously, because it's just kind of taking over right now. Dave, but what have you been playing or anything that you've been watching, sir, that you want to talk about?
Well, I've been playing this little game. I don't know if anybody's heard of it. Palworld? Yeah.
You too, Dave?
No, man, dude. Not only that.
That's crazy.
But so I'm playing it on Game Pass. I love it. It's I'm like 40 something, 41, something like that level. And then my son, he likes to play on Steam because a lot of buddies and stuff to play. So I had to buy it on Steam and do multiplayer and stuff with him too. So oh my god, I'm going different directions, but I'm still playing the same game. So yeah, so there's so much great stuff out right now, but man, it's really, really fun. It's a lot of fun. I mean, yeah, it crashes every now and again, and there's a few little glitches here and there, but it's already improved in the week that it's been out by landslides, and it really is fun, man. A lot addicting and stuff. And I've been watching Epic Treasure has done a really good job of showing how she builds bases, and there's a couple things I've learned from her. She's got another one up, man. She built on top of the mountain to see how high she could actually get before it wouldn't let her build anymore.
I gotta watch her other video. Her her base is making me look. I don't even want to show mine after I saw hers. I was like, nope. Mine's embarrassing.
There's some people that don't even. I've noticed it. They're like, I got a flat surface. I don't have any walls. I got everything set out, and they just enjoy the, the aspects of it. So that's the thing, is you're getting so many different things you can get out of the game.
Different ways, yeah, 100%.
To enjoy it. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, any TV shows or anything like that you've been watching, Dave? Or
let's see. We watched. It's a Netflix that just got released. American Nightmare, I think is what it was called.
Okay.
It's the true story. But when you watch it, especially because it's broken down into 3 episodes, but the first episode, I remember hearing about the story when it happened, and then the episode 2 covers kind of what everybody thought had happened, but wasn't. And then the final episode is like, are you fucking kidding me? This is crazy. So yeah,
that's about a kidnapping, right?
It was, yes, exactly. But nobody believed them. They all thought it was a hoax, and they're like, "Oh,
I know what you're talking about." Yeah, that looks interesting, dude.
But they didn't fake it. That's the thing. And ended up finding that in the last episode, the way it was all done was, it was a serial rapist.
Oh,
that had multiples, and it was just absolutely insane. And but like the stuff that they had to go through, I won't spoil it for people, but man,
That's a very good watch.
It's a very good watch. I
actually forgot I had watched it. Especially when it opens up the second episode, because you think, what I like about shows like that is you think you know what's happening. You're like, guilty, so guilty, and then it just keeps like, that show did a really good job of like kind of effing with you and being like, you're wrong again, and I'm just like, oof, man, like there was a lot of layers to that show. But it's funny because I was watching Griselda, so I've been watching Griselda and I watched American Nightmare, so I've been actually watching a lot of TV lately, obviously.
Nice.
Both of those are really good, so I would definitely recommend anyone watching either Griselda or American Nightmare. Both awesome shows. And I've been obviously playing Palworld and literally nothing else. I cannot stop playing that game. I love it. It is very buggy, but I kind of like, I care, but I don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love it so much that I'm just like, I'll fall through the world, which is, I've got a lot of footage of me falling through the world. And it really sucks in the beginning when I was happening to me, is I wasn't riding like the wolf power. I wasn't flying. So I would just fall through into water and I would drown because it was, I couldn't get to right. And I've died multiple times from some of the bugs in Palworld, but I gotta be honest with you. I don't care. I don't care. I love this game so effing much. It's so addicting. It is my new Starfield. It's my new Elden Ring. Palworld.
Yeah.
God damn, this game is fun.
Bro,
maybe not for everybody.
You start doing one thing, one task.
Yeah.
5 hours pass.
Right. It's hard for me to kind of stay on task too in that game. Like, I get easily distracted because I'm like, okay, I got to do like a bunch of things. Like, I want to upgrade my base, so I got to go do things to upgrade my base, and then I need to catch 10 pals of whatever version I got to catch, and then having ADD and playing that game is not the best because I constantly get I'm like, ooh, butterfly, literally, and I get distracted.
What can I do?
But right, exactly. But we'll get to Palworld and how it's taking over the internet. But we're going to start off with the bad news that is happening right now. Jay, you might want to put if you can increase your volume too on your mic. You seem a little low to me too, but. We're going to start off talking about the layoffs that happen with Microsoft, or more or less Xbox laying off 1,900 employees at Activision Blizzard and Xbox this week. Not great. Obviously, I mean it's not great news. The cut worked out to roughly about 8% of the overall Microsoft gaming division. That stands at around 22,000 employees in total. We've heard, we I don't know if you guys seen this, but Phil Spencer obviously, said his little memo out to the team, I'm gonna read that real quick, just in case anyone hasn't heard this.
Yeah.
This is coming from The Verge, so shout out to The Verge. I always get a lot of my information from them because they're not shithead bias assholes. All right, so this is Phil to everyone at the Xbox. He says, it's been a little over 3 months since Activision Blizzard and King teams joined Microsoft. As we move forward in 2024, the leadership of Microsoft Gaming and Activision Blizzard is committed to aligning on a strategy and an execution plan with a sustainable cost structure that will support the whole of our growing business. Together, we've set priorities, identified areas of overlap, and ensured that we're all aligned on the best opportunities for growth. As part of this process, we have made the painful decision to reduce the size of our gaming workforce by approximately 1,900 roles out of the 22,000 people on our team. The gaming leadership team and I are committed to navigating this process as thoroughly as possible. The people who are directly impacted by these reductions have all played an important part in the success of Activision Blizzard, ZeniMax, and Xbox teams, and they should be proud of everything we've accomplished here. We are grateful for all the creativity, passion, and dedication they have brought to our games, our players, and our colleagues. We will provide our full support for those who are impacted during the transition, including severance benefits informed by local employment laws. Those whose roles will be impacted will be notified, and will ask that you please treat your departing colleagues with the respect and compassion that is consistent with our values. Says, looking ahead, we'll continue to invest in, this is I don't know if I would have said this in here, but he does say, looking ahead, we'll continue to invest in areas that will grow our business and support our strategy and bringing more games to more players around the world. Although this is a difficult moment for our team, I'm as confident as ever in our ability to create and nurture the game's stories and worlds that bring players together. That is from Phil. I mean, it's this is tough, guys, but I'm seeing there's a lot of people that are pissed off online. Pissed off at probably people like me that saw this coming a mile away. I don't know how the fuck you didn't. That doesn't mean that there's a lack of compassion for these people who lost their jobs. I've lost my job. We were talking in the green room. Everybody on this panel
have lost their jobs.
Had this, similar things happen to us. My entire company gone. 100% of the employees gone, and like very short notice. And we were talking to Jay. Happened to Jay. Just happened to Dave. Very, very recently. So we feel the compassion. It is, trust me, it is there. It's no one ever likes to see 1,900 people lose their jobs, but we kind of, there's kind of facts over feelings a little bit here too, and there's numbers behind the reasons why this is probably happening outside of just there being a merger. Why I say it's obvious this was going to happen was because of the merger. I don't understand how people don't get that this was going to, layoffs were going to happen no matter what because of redundancy for jobs, right? But Jay, why don't you kind of give us like your 2 cents about this whole thing, and I'll go back over and I'll talk about some of the numbers and why this might have been happening. But what's your overall kind of thought process on this whole layoff thing?
Well, it's similar to yours. It's like it always happens with these big mergers, even small mergers, like in the private sector. It happens, right? Like my girl's company merged with another. It was buyout, so through you could apply. They allowed you to apply to the different positions and whatnot, but overall there was a bunch of layoffs. Because, for example, customer service. How many customer service reps do you actually need?
Right.
And I think overall, this is part of some course correction of COVID. Because if you go back, there was a large amount of hiring.
Huge.
During 2021, 2022 for Activision. And I guess it was for people working from home. It was basically all the hiring was a way for them to get these products out to out on the market. So I guess now I saw some article maybe last month where they were asking people to come back to work, right, to the office.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys remember. So I think overall, to be honest, I don't want to sound heartless, but I kind of thought it was going to be more people being laid off.
Dude, I did too. Okay, see, I'm not the only one. You know, Destin said the same thing. I think it might have been Destin or somebody had said. I might if it wasn't Destin, I apologize. I thought Destin or somebody had said online that they actually thought it was going to be more, and so did I. You know, you're talking like 8%. And to Jay's point, when he's talking about like the over hiring during COVID, well, facts over feelings, we got those numbers, and they're insane. And they're insane. Okay, so December 31st, 2020, 9,500 employees. This is every year at the same time. The next year, 2021, 9,800. Not that big of a deal. Now it starts getting crazy. 2022, it goes from 9,800 to 13,000 employees.
Crazy.
That's a huge jump, guys. And that is directly related to COVID. And just the boom in gaming. Gaming was never more successful than it was during the COVID period for obvious reasons. Everyone was home playing video games. Yeah. And then we got some other reports that say they hit 15,000. So at least another 15,500 actually. And that they were possibly ramping up to around 17,000 by the end of 2023. We don't have those official numbers yet. They're not out yet. But guys, I mean, we're talking worst case scenario, it's 15,500. They almost doubled. You know, I mean, they're getting like damn close to doubling their employees from just a few years ago.
Yep.
That's insane. So I think, with all this consolidation and everyone, I'm seeing a lot of bad takes on Twitter saying, coming after people like Hogue Law and other people like Destin, even myself, that were absolutely pro this merger. Still am. 100% am. You know who else was?
Still am. Yep.
All the employees. 98% of them, as a matter of fact, 98% voted across the board to absolutely make this thing happen.
So was the union. The union came out and said none of their people was
the
affected.
Union. Right, absolutely. So I think this is a knee-jerk reaction from the internet, shockingly. Just kind of saying go bad. And if you say anything that isn't like F Phil Spencer, screw Microsoft, those greedy pieces of shit. Their bottom line, they're a corporation. Their bottom line is money. They don't really probably care about your feelings. You know what I mean? They probably pretend like they do, but they don't really give a shit, to be honest. But this is where I think a lot of those layoffs are coming from. Microsoft did the same thing. They kept, all the companies did, and a bunch of people are laying people off. As a matter of fact, we know that this year already, in January alone, there's been 5,600 layoffs in gaming. Insane, dude. 1,900 of those, unfortunately, that's part of the 5,600, by the way. 1,900 of those are, Microsoft. But when you're looking at percentages are a little bit different. You're talking like 8% of Xbox, where you have stuff like Unity. 25% of their workforce is gone. 1,800 layoffs at Unity. That's 25% of them. That's more than 3x percentage wise than Microsoft did. And I'm not trying to cope here. This is always bad news. Like no one's saying, oh, we don't feel bad for these people, right?
And it's absolutely bad optics, right? Absolutely.
It's terrible optics, especially after what just happened, right? To Jay, like we just saw them surpass Apple. Like, of course it looks terrible. Like it does not look good when you just became the most profitable company on the planet. And you're like, bye. But this is what happens, in January a lot. And Microsoft, same thing last year. Last year was bad. Unfortunately, this year might be worse. I mean, we're already at half the amount of 10,000 employees last year in the gaming industry were let go. And we're already at over 5,000 and it's January. So it's not looking good for anybody. We saw Sony lay off people. We saw Riot lay off people. We saw, Unity lay off people. We saw a bunch of companies lay off people. Look at what's going on with Embracer.
Embracer closing down studios.
They're just closing. They're not
even laying off. They're just shutting the whole
shutting
thing
it down. Yeah, they're not even trying to like sell it out to anybody else. They're just shutting their doors. It's odd. I see people they keep stepping on rakes. I mean, this is it is to Jay's point, it's bad optics. It cannot look good. You're the big tech company. This is always going to look bad. I saw the tweet from Elizabeth Warren, and I wanted to smack her.
Yeah, she's
I
trash.
hate that shit. And by the way, I'm a Democrat, if you don't know, but I ain't vote. I would, yeah. After I saw
we don't talk politics here, but yes,
but I'm just saying where I come from.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
no. I know that.
I put in context.
I'm just letting
the
people
fact
know.
That,
people know
yeah,
that we.
I don't talk politics, but that's just a lack of knowing the industry. And she goddamn knows. She knows when a merger was going to happen, that there was going to be layoffs. Fucking everybody knows that. And I saw some people on Twitter saying not everybody knew. Well, then you don't know shit about business, bro.
Exactly.
You don't know shit about business. If you actually thought they were going to walk away with no layoffs, I don't know what the hell you were smoking. But hey, what's your whole take on this, Dave? I know people, I don't care if this is clip, people are going to be like, oh, they're an Xbox podcast. They're just trying to save face, blah, blah, blah. We said the same shit last year. We said the same crap when Sony was doing the layoffs. It sucks. It sucks for people.
Well, I want to get into it for sure, but read that super chat real fast, and then I'll give my comment.
Sorry, but
that's right, Adidas.
I like it.
Adidas, what you doing, man? Adidas 20 to $10 says, yes, Jay, I did not bring sand to the beach. Left the lady in Chicago that way she can't trespass my ice the time she did. Got my war shades. Oh my god, dude, you're so funny.
As you should, brother.
Enjoy
your birthday. Enjoy your birthday.
I guess you're really gonna enjoy. Yeah, definitely gonna enjoy it now.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
Yeah, now I might have to text you some places to go. During my, I don't. They might not. I haven't been in Vegas in so long. They probably don't even exist
if he did a
right
super
now.
chat, maybe he's doing pretty good at the roulette wheel. I don't know, man.
Yeah, he might. Hey, yeah,
lots of winning. Yeah. Well, we want you to be a big winner, man. Oh goodness.
Absolutely.
Goodness. Okay, so here's the way I'm coming from this. I worked for U.S. Bank for 10 plus years, and beginning of or end of last year, we completed the merger where they bought Union Bank, and big, huge acquisition, lots of people, and unfortunately, there was redundancy. And the job that I was doing for the company for over 10 plus years, there was somebody at Union Bank that had done it for 20 plus years. So when the merger came down and there's redundant positions, that's seniority trumped it. And I actually, to be honest, I've actually had other positions in the bank that have opened up to me that if I wanted to take them, I could. As of right now, though, I decided that I'm gonna step back for about at least 6 months from going back to that company. Nothing against them; they were great. For one, if I started back tomorrow, I'd have to pay back severance.
All right.
But I thought, you know what? Maybe it's time that I try something new, because when the position, I guess, when they closed my store. With GameStop, it was a mall store, and they were closing malls all over the country, and now there's less and less stores. At the time, they had 6,000 stores. I was ranked 700 in the company at the time when they closed us, and a top 50 in mall stores for revenue. But the lease had come up, and it's basically about $4,000 or $5,000 a month for rent for a mall compared to a strip mall, which is around $1,200 a month, and we already had 2 of the locations in town. So it made sense. I mean, I get it. It sucks.
Right.
It really sucked. But luckily, they paid really good payout for it. So that was the way I kind of, and with that opportunity, gave me a chance to apply at the bank, and I got on within a month, and I've loved it for the 10 plus years that I worked there. So, trust me, I get it. And there's a lot of different situations and different, people have different things or whatever. But, for me, I'm looking at it as it's opening up some new avenues for me to maybe, try some things out. And we'll see what happens. But I get it. but I do think that some of the rhetoric that's been online is overblown, and some of the sympathy and empathy. I get you. I feel bad for me, dude. I lost my fucking job. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. But I'm like, oh, Microsoft, I can't believe they're doing this. Man, it's a business. What the fuck do you think they're supposed to do? And I love Jez Gordon to death. I interviewed him, talked to him, and loved to have him on here. But sometimes it's like, dude, I get it, but it's like, it is a business. Bottom line, if they didn't able to control and manage a business, they wouldn't have gotten to a $3 trillion company. You know what I mean? And being one of the biggest ones in the world if they didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
And they offer severance, and they offer, like you're able to apply for different positions in different parts of the company.
Right.
So those opportunities are still there. And whether they find a home or a niche right away, I don't know. And some of it has to do with the economy. It's not
absolutely. That's the I love that you brought that up. That's like the third. There's three major things here. You got a merger of epic proportions. Sorry if I don't know if I just gave you the finger.
No.
Okay.
Biggest major in gaming history.
Yeah, biggest in gaming history. What are you laughing at, Dave?
Welcome, Gaz.
Oh, Septic Sauce. What's up?
Hey,
JayRock actually J'd up. Oh shit! No, we've been duped.
Hey, kick him out the chat. Thank you.
Kick him.
Moderator, do your job.
Get him out of here.
Septic Sauce is always welcome. He's just having fun. Love you, Gaz. Bring in the sauce. I love it. Go ahead, RHETRI. I'm sorry.
I just didn't want to miss anything if you had something good that was going on. So you got like the merger going on, automatic layoffs. You got the economy going on. There's so many and the overhiring. The three major. It's like to Jay's point. I'm actually shocked. It's just 1,900. I know that is a scary number for most people, but when the number of employees under Xbox gaming division is 22,000, I don't know, bro. Like it doesn't seem as bad when you look at the percentage of almost every other company that's losing. Some of these guys lost 50% of their staff, or 25 or something like that. 8 doesn't look too bad. You know what I mean? Like it always sucks. We're sympathetic. It blows. Like I said, everyone I knew, all my colleagues, we were all gone. 100, not 5%, not fucking 100. We were gone. Yeah. That's because somebody wanted to buy us out, and everyone was gone.
Yeah. RHETRI, did you get cookies?
Dude. It sucks, kid.
Read what Adele put.
Well, I will add to that. Abdel says at SIE they offer Jim Ryan cookies.
Little biscuits. Dry biscuits.
No, the joke at my place was because we used to get I'm not fucking joking you, as one of our little bonuses, little shit things we would get for Christmas was poppycock. So we all were making a joke when we were all getting fired or leaving. We're like, we better get some fucking poppycock on the way out. This bullshit. It was my goddamn poppycock. I would have loved cookies. We didn't get cookies either. But yeah, so it's not trying to be heartless, guys. It's just, it is what it is. Go ahead.
And the 8% too, right? What was it? Bungie did 8% layoffs as well themselves. Only difference is they're not the size of ABK.
Right. It's Microsoft. Microsoft's the big bad tech company, so all eyes are on them. The spotlight goes on them, and anything that they do gets blown way out of proportion. In my opinion, it absolutely.
And RHETRI prior to the acquisition, right? There was a whole bunch of people that wanted them to do the buyout to actually fix what's going on over there at Activision, right?
Right.
It was a shitstorm with the allegations. Blizzard wasn't perfect either. Blizzard had his own controversy overseas. What was it with China?
Yep.
Right. So they've been going through it too.
I got that fixed. Thank goodness.
Part of fixing things is letting people go.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm sure a lot of this is redundancy too. I don't think 1,900. I don't think it's 1,900 worth of redundancy. But
Mike Ybarra is not. He's not. That's another issue.
Yeah. I was gonna bring that up next too. Your thoughts on
Talos.
On Mikey. What's going on, Talos? What's up, brother? I'm split on this whole on the Ybarra situation. Obviously, I'm a Blizzard fan. I'm an Activision fan. Obviously, he was the Blizzard president. So the stuff that he's done in the past, I really enjoyed, and I don't want to be one of those people who like, what the fuck have you done for me lately? We've heard there's been some controversy with Mikey behind the scenes.
Well, he
on
did
some of the
just leave
decisions
himself.
that
He wasn't. He wasn't.
right. That's
just
true.
let go. He did
That's
leave on
very
his own.
true. He
So.
did leave it on his own. I wonder why. I am a little curious about that. Just, you know, maybe he just wants to do his own thing. Sometimes people take that shit too far, and like, you've been working with somebody for so long, even if you said you'll never leave, sometimes you're just like, I'm ready. I'm ready to move on and do anything else, something new. But Dave, why don't you? There's a thing that I sent you.
Yeah.
And the Bloomberg thing. Why don't you play that real quick? It's not too long. I think it's like 3 minutes long.
Yep. Let's see. The Jason Schreier comments.
Yeah. Big Mad Bo, I don't know what you're talking about when it comes to Ybarra, when it not being clean. Was he getting in trouble as well? If you could put something in the chat, it'd be helpful, man. Yeah, I don't know, Mo. Maybe he left on my own. Yeah, maybe just like Jim Ryan left on his own, right? Maybe it wasn't quite like that. Who knows?
All right, I got it set now. All right, let me pull this up.
What do we know about the details, Jason?
Yeah, we are facing a real chaos all across the company. I'm getting texts still right now. I'm getting texts from people saying they don't know if they're being laid off. Some people are finding out because their Slack is deactivated. I'm told by a Blizzard spokesperson that everybody should find out by the end of the day if they'll have jobs or not, all 1,900 people. But yeah, it's just chaos over there right now.
What took me by surprise, and I'm interested if it took you as well, is some of the senior executives that are on the out. In particular, the president, Mike Ybarra, who I think previously said he wasn't for going and he was going to have to be dragged out, and as well as the chief design officer, who is actually a co-founder.
Yeah, Alan Adham. He is he's called a co-founder, technically is, but he's really the founder of Blizzard. He's the kind of guy, and was for a very long time. Yeah, we're talking about a massive change over there. I think a lot of people kind of expected that Mike Ybarra might be on the way out for various reasons, and I think that he kind of, let's say, he ruffled some feathers within Blizzard over the course of a couple of disastrous meetings last year and a couple of decisions that people weren't thrilled about, but still, it's a big surprise. Blizzard also canceled one of their big games, a game that was codenamed Odyssey. It was kind of a survival game. Comes as crazy timing this week, given that Palworld, the kind of Pokemon with guns survival game that is selling bazillions of copies, just came out. But yeah, it's really bloodier. I mean, I had been hearing rumors that layoffs might be coming to Blizzard, but even this is way bigger and bloodier than I expected.
So I've been mentioning this. In any big piece of M&A, where a very big company joins another big company or is merged into it, there are often layoffs because there's overlap in roles and they look for efficiencies, etc. But that kind of masks, Jason, the broader idea of what Microsoft was getting in its purchase of Activision Blizzard. Do we have any sense of how that integration is going and kind of what the focus of the projects are on the content and title side?
Yeah, that's what we still don't know. We're trying to find out. I mean, it's been about 3 months since Microsoft officially took over Activision Blizzard. When it happened, a lot of people were optimistic. Bobby Kotick, the departing chief of Activision Blizzard, was not the most popular guy among the company, so people were excited to see what might happen. Microsoft has still not communicated publicly what their vision is for Activision Blizzard, for the Call of Duty franchise, for Warcraft, for Diablo, for all those big games. I do know that there are still new projects in development within Blizzard. A lot of people have been theorizing that Microsoft might just double down on the franchises that are already successful. I don't believe that is going to be the case. But yeah, we don't know. We are hearing, my colleague Dina Bass is hearing that a lot of the layoffs are hitting redundant departments such as marketing and other kind of departments that you would expect to be hit by an integration with another company that does similar sorts of business.
Hey, look at did you see the market share How much the shares were going
What?
for? $400 is how much
Oh.
those shares were going for. Crazy.
Jesus.
Absolutely crazy. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. It's kind of. I'm just laughing at people in chat because Abdel says this motherfucker blocked half the whole Twitter. Absolutely. Big Mac, Big Mo says, I really don't like this dude Schreier. Listen, Mo, I don't think Schreier even likes Schreier. So I hear you, brother.
You say block himself?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Oh man. There's just different directions to go with this. I guess I'll start with you, Jay, and like what you think about the whole Mikey Ibarra situation. You think it's like a big deal? You think he really left on his own, or what?
Well, let's remember. I don't want to. I like Mikey. I like Mikey. He's cool, but he wasn't perfect.
Sure.
Let's remember before the acquisition again. World of Warcraft was declining in popularity. A lot of people were mad about the updates, some of the decision, the investment that was going on to the game, especially in 2001. It was complaining about the weak writing, yada, yada, yada. And then we go to Overwatch. Well, Overwatch 2.
Yep. Or as we like to call it, Overwatch 1.5.
1.5.
Yeah.
And then Diablo, Immortal. It wasn't all sunshines and rainbows with that game either. So Mikey has had a rough road controlling Blizzard himself. So if Phil and that team sees they can improve upon that, especially with all the controversies. Remember, once again, they're there to clean up Activision, ABK as a whole, clean it up, right that ship. Because listen, if everything is sunshines and rainbows, as everything is good, you wouldn't be selling. You wouldn't be up for purchase, correct?
Yep.
So obviously things weren't going so lovely as we want to pretend, right?
No, the stock was tanking. It was literally dropping extremely fast.
They had this lawsuit coming.
Right.
So it's tough. I hate seeing talented people like Mikey go. But in the end, if they feel it's the right thing to do, then I trust Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, that team over there. Matt Booty, not so much, but he's in control of everything. He's in control of everything now, so we'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, Booty's got. I love seeing it.
Bro, he's in control of everything, though.
Has got way too much on his plate, in my opinion.
Yeah,
like I
agree,
really
bro.
thought they were just going to hire another version of Matt Booty, and they were like, "Nah, we'll just give you the biggest fucking, more employees than ever."
He's
and
controlling
just
Bethesda,
going,
the Xbox Studios, and ABK. Like what?
Yeah, like that guy has got to be making bank right now.
Crazy.
Agreed to take on all that. Yeah, the other thing that came out of this, do you have anything to add, Dave? Sorry, before I move on to the next little part about Mikey. Okay,
go ahead.
The other thing that kind of hurt me, I see some people talking about Odyssey in the chat. Probably hurt me and Jez the most. I've been waiting for Odyssey for a long time. It sounded super exciting to me. Odyssey sounds like it got canceled. Oh man, right when I'm like getting into, there's a comparison to Palworld or whatever, and someone in the chat said maybe that's a bad comparison. Probably, we'll never know. I don't know exactly what Odyssey. We were told was going to be like more like a survival MMO. Palworld is not quite that just yet. Well, I guess it kind of is. So I don't know. I was looking forward to seeing. I was looking forward to seeing something new from the Blizzard team. We do know, from Idle Sloth doing his research and other guys on the internet, that there is another IP, probably the one that the Odyssey team, the team of 100, or at least some of them, whoever is still working there, is getting trickled over to another fantasy IP game that Blizzard is working on, which I do not have the code name for. I don't know what that is just yet. But that kind of stung a little bit for me because I've been talking about Odyssey for a little while, but
if it wasn't ready or if it was in development hell,
This is
you
I
got
mean,
to
it
move on.
looked like
that's normal in the
yeah.
industry as well. We just don't hear about all the
It-
cancellations.
Right.
behind the scenes.
Right. We're
That's all.
hearing about exactly, Jay. That's a great point. Like we hear way more information now than we ever did back in the day. We didn't know about any of this shit. Like, pre-internet when we're looking up magazines, we didn't know any of this crap.
None of
We
it.
know
None of it.
way more inside baseball than we ever have. Jesse P says, and it was management forcing the Odyssey team to use the Synapse engine rather than Unreal Engine. Absolutely. And by the way, Synapse is a mobile-based engine. Apparently, a lot of the team hated it, wanted to go back to using Unreal, which is funny because everyone talks shit about Unreal, and these guys are like, please get us off this fucking Synapse engine, whatever the hell that is, their mobile engine they got going on over there.
But
So
RHETRI, right?
Yeah.
That brings up an interesting point because this is similar to that mobile engine, right? Like I can understand Activision when they were by themselves, they need that. The money isn't mobile, right? So
Yeah.
we're probably trying to shift over to that. And these developers, I don't know. It sounded like they weren't really into the project, right?
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
started switching between these engines. Oh, this is what we want to do. This we want to do that. 6 years later, they don't have anything to show. So it's like, do we want another Redfall? I don't know.
Yeah, and I've seen other people mention, talk about
Like, let the teams do
Redfall
what they want to do.
right.
Like the team
Yeah.
from Avowed, right? The project initially was something else,
Yep.
but now they were like, no, do what you want to do, what you're good at doing.
That's a good
And
point.
and I'm all for that.
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely, 1,000% agree with that. I'm very much because that's what I think makes Xbox so different than everybody else right now is because they can stay weird. They have the cash roll, they have the bank account to be able to do different things. But things still get canceled, and you might be onto something, Jay, where maybe they just weren't passionate about it.
And these teams are like wide receivers in the NFL. They're prima donnas. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I like that.
They like doing what they like to do, right? Like, and you see it with the Sony studios when games at the service push. They were like, "Oh hell no, we don't want to do this. We do not want to do this." And it was pushback, right? And they were like, "No, this is creating a toxic work environment. We don't. Our hearts is not in the project. We're just coming in, and clocking out, type of thing. And you don't really want that from your studios."
Abdel says, say what you want about Redfall. Arcane at least had a game in 5 years. Blizzard spent 6 years on Odyssey. Ain't got shit. I mean, yeah, you're that.
It's like factions.
It stinks. It's yeah. It's like something else we know about, right? Yeah, it's very much like factions, really. It sucks. These things happen, but. Dave, you got anything you want to add on the whole Odyssey being canceled topic?
I mean, I don't think Microsoft wants to get burned again, like with Redfall. So I have a feeling they're giving things a really good look-see, and it's been in development for 5 to 6 years, and they were going to need a couple more years to get it over the hump. It's time to cut your losses and move ahead. It really is, and that may have upset. Why he decided to leave, I don't know. So I'm going out with my team if they're going out, kind of thing. I don't know. It's just a matter of sometimes you just got to do what you got to do, and and it comes back to the word, it's a business. So welcome out to the over 110 people here. Please hit the like button for us. We really appreciate it if you do that. That really means a lot. And let's see, just so people can know, as of right now, the Lions are up 21 and the 49ers are at 7. So that's where it is right now.
Right.
Let's go.
Thank you for the update.
People are asking me, are we watching the game? Well, there you go. There's a little update for you.
Hey, Webb, let me ask you something. What do you feel about a strategy like, all right, guys, just put the game out in preview. Let's see how's the reception, what people think. What could we fix? What could we fix? Sound like Palworld, right?
I was just gonna say,
who the hell? Listen, who the hell expected this thing to blow up, right?
Right.
It's in my video. Go subscribe to me. Called it.
Hey, RHETRI, link that video in the chat so people can watch that.
You should go ahead.
I was like, I'm gonna get made fun of, but I think this Palworld's actually gonna be hot shit. I did not think it was gonna be this hot though. I can tell you that.
Yeah, and like I said in the chat, something like they did with Grounded too. That is right. Twiddly snakes. But yeah, it depending on the game, of course. Like I said, with Palworld coming out, even though it's successful, but I mean, I've played it, and it's like there is crashes. We already talked about, but you can usually get right back in. I haven't lost any progress in the game.
I haven't either.
Doing that.
Nope.
So it's like, is it annoying? Yeah, but then it's in preview mode, so you're already, I guess, preconditioned to the fact that there's going to be some issues, and they say it every time it comes up. Oh, hey, we see you crashed. Sorry, remember this is
right.
This is in preview mode. And it's smart. It's really smart for them to do. They probably should have done that with Redfall, but they didn't. This game, I don't know that it could have. From what we're understanding, there was quote unquote the development hell, that there was some issues in the way the game was unfolding as far as the way it fell together. And sometimes a preview mode doesn't save a game no matter what.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily know that this game would have been good in any kind of preview
mode.
Right. So you're like, oh, I want to see, see some pictures, see some stuff on it. You know what? For me, it's like kind of like what was that game?
Scalebound? Are you going to mention Scalebound?
Yeah, exactly. God, and it's like, you know what? I'm just like Randall Thor 19 says, just move on.
Just let it die.
You just gotta have to. You just gotta let it go.
I was really looking forward to that.
And that's another team that was doing something they never did before, right? With the multiplayer something like that.
Well, with Scalebound, the way it came across is that they were actually using that money that they were getting, dragging their feet
to do something else.
They made 4 other games while that game was still in production. So there's something funny going on there.
That was wild.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, shout out to our good friend Randall Thor 19,
the man with the million.
Oh yeah,
so sexy the way he said that.
It's so sexy. He is.
Oh man.
Oh goodness. So RHETRI, what else we got going on, man? There's so many other great topics. Let's get into something.
Yeah,
I'm done with the depressing talk. I want to talk fun. Let's get fired this up.
I got one other thing. I don't know if this is this might be depressing to some. I'm sorry. It's not my fault.
It's okay.
You can blame Jez. Why don't we start it off with playing Jez's little thing that his little that he put out there on the Twitterverse.
Yep. Let me pull it up here.
Sorry,
you talk about it. I'll pull it up.
Yeah. So to set this up, Jez is saying, just like the guy who initially kind of made the internet, Nate the Hate, initially said that Xbox games will be coming to other platforms. Jez kind of confirmed that. He didn't kind of confirm it. He basically said, yeah, it's happening. So apparently Xbox games are going to other platforms. This is a weird subject,
but
though,
it's
Dave,
not all
because
games. That's what you gotta be careful about.
Yeah, this. Some games I have no clue if it's going to be Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves. That was the rumor. But let's keep in mind too at the same time. Let's not get too angry because this was already happening. It's been happening with Nintendo. There's like 3 games on the Switch from PlayStation. From Microsoft, and and COD going to PlayStation. So
yeah, and now Microsoft is the biggest publisher in the world. There you go.
We'll talk about
it. Happening.
Yeah.
So
I think we did say
accept it or move on.
I think we said in the last podcast we weren't really going to talk about it until it actually happened or didn't happen officially. Either way,
I will say it's definitely happening. So anyone who's got Hopium or Copium, like Xbox isn't doing this. It's happening. Like not all games. It's going to be select games, of course, but it's happening, and other companies will do it too.
Yeah, but there's no reason to discuss it until it actually happens. So
yeah,
I don't know. We don't know when it will, but that's when we'll talk about it.
Yep, it's happening. It's happening.
And of course, you got Sloth.
I think we did say it.
I
think we said in the last podcast we weren't really going to talk about it until it actually happened or didn't.
Oops, I replayed that. Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? Too bad we're talking about it. Too bad, Rand. You talked about it. We're
That's
talking
law.
about it. Yeah. Yeah. It's this one's a tough one. Like, I don't want to be that guy who's like, take games away from other people. I kind of was under the assumption that there was just more games going to Nintendo, which I was okay with because I like Salt, and I was kind of hoping nothing was going to PlayStation because I'm a douche. But now it feels like it might be both. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. You know what I mean? Like, after spending so many years being like an Xbox fan and just getting so much shit from these clowns, you kind of like to shove it in their face sometimes of, can't play with my toys. We got the cool thing over here. But I don't know. What do you guys think about this, Jay? What do you think about what this means going forward and what type of games might be going to these other platforms, you think?
I wasn't shocked. Phil told us this was exactly what he was going to do, case by case basis.
Right, exactly.
Like,
it feels weird to bring it up again, Jay, because I'm just like, we already were told a case by case basis. I think people were just afraid. I think what set this off was the talk of Hi-Fi Rush, and it's so beloved by the Xbox, Team Green and the faithful that
Absolutely.
I think it felt like giving away a child almost. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to give away my baby Hi-Fi Rush. That game is fucking fire. I love it.
Fire.
But yeah. And then they were talking, then it was brought up about, through Jeff Grubb and some other people about possibly Sea of Thieves. That one makes more sense to me than anything because kind of like the live service gas game type of title. But I don't know. Like, you have anything else you want to add to that, Jay?
Yeah. I don't really get the panic, right? Because like I said, case by case basis. Still getting it. They don't Game Pass.
Exactly.
We good.
Yep. That's always my rebuttal. Cool.
Listen, but
pay
the time
$70 for that Game Pass.
Right. Like, bringing it up to another platform when it's already irrelevant on yours. Like, they probably have the numbers, right?
Yeah.
People probably aren't playing it as much anymore. People have moved on. What's the problem with getting some pony money? So you could use that little hoof money to fund another game they're about to get mad about.
I love that you brought that up, Jay, because that's where my head goes to. I'm like,
that's what we're doing with Call of Duty.
Exactly. They literally take. Yep. I even had to. Yep. He's literally taking the words right out. Right. They're funding our future games, and they help. They help things like maybe not as many layoffs happening by doing that, right? I don't see the problem here. Big Bad Mo brings up a good point, and he could be onto something here. He says there's contracts in place for them to put games on other systems, so if they say they aren't bringing anything anywhere, that's a breach of the contract. So yeah, I mean, that you could be right. There could be previous contracts we just don't know about. We don't find out about this stuff till way later anyways. But
like, come on, but are we really expecting like a Halo to be? No, we're not.
No,
Halo, Fable.
God, no. I don't think the big tentpole games. I think people are just. I think people are just pissy about it because like they're, Hi-Fi was very popular, and Sea of Thieves is extremely popular and continues to be popular. So I think people are probably salty about that, but. I don't know. It's like, hey, let some other people play it. And I know someone in the chat says, give them nothing. Nothing. Fuck them all.
Everything. Yeah. Give them nothing.
Yeah, give them absolutely jack shit. I like that. But Dave, what do you got? Anything to say on this whole? I mean, we did
first
say.
Of all, good night, guys. Thank you for jumping in, man, into the chat. We appreciate you being here. One of these days, when you have a Monday off, you'll have to join us, man. We'd love to have you on. Just so you know, you're always welcome. Anytime. You're always welcome to jump in. Even if you just want to get your bars off, and then head out into the sunset, you're more than welcome to, buddy. Thank you. So yeah, 100%. I mean, give me the quick question again.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get your thoughts on this whole issue. Like other games, other Xbox games Jez kind of confirming that other Xbox games are going to be going to other
so yeah,
platforms.
and like you said, like Sea of Thieves, something like that, a big, huge, like a multiplayer type thing. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's exclusive. Yeah, cool. We have our exclusives, and we're going to have a ton more exclusives. So there, and being the dominant force, if you're being able to play a game, like Sea of Thieves on your PlayStation, that's money that's going into Microsoft's pocket. 70% of those sales are going to Microsoft.
Yeah.
Dude,
let me play. Hold on.
Hello?
Can I play devil's advocate for a second?
Go right ahead.
Because this is the only thing that I see people on the internet that I go, okay, yeah, I see your point. And they say, cool, as an Xbox gamer or someone who's in the Xbox ecosystem, how the fuck does that benefit me?
It benefits you because if they have the money coming in, they have more money to buy more, to make more exclusives that won't go to the other system. It'll make your ecosystem even better.
That is the correct answer.
And they get those third-party deals to get them on Game Pass.
Yes,
exactly.
That's the answer I was looking for.
So it's so beneficial to us, and it's like I said, it's not the Halo's never going over there. Not going to happen. Starfield is not going to PlayStation. Sorry, folks. Sorry.
No way.
Not gonna happen. No, it's not.
Sorry, Reforge.
Yeah, sorry, Reforge.
Dream is dead.
Look, dude. I know he's, for whatever reason, he gets a nut thinking that it's gonna happen. It's just not.
Squirrel with a
And
nut.
it's just clearly not ever gonna happen. And let's face it, the reason he brings it up is because he gets interaction on his website, good or bad. He gets the clicks, he gets the money, he gets the coffee sales, and that's cool, and that's fine. Like I said, I don't begrudge him for that. But as far as like, if you want me to take you serious, you need to have a serious conversation, because if you think that that's serious, that it's going to come to there, you're so wrong. And the only way it would happen is if Sony put Game Pass on the PlayStation, and that's probably not going to happen.
Nope.
Yet.
Nope. I don't. Yeah.
At some point they may have to, because they're going to be hurting so bad, because we know how they don't have any good games coming out anytime soon. No first party games slated for this year so far. None. Zero.
Yeah.
Nada. Oh, but they got this and they got this and they got that. It's not first party, pal. Sorry.
Oh, speaking of, I was actually just mentioned Special Nick gave a little tweet today talking about PlayStation's show on the 31st. Very vague there, Special Nick. Definitely didn't know what you were talking about. Talking about,
Nick.
but what was funny was like, it's kind of like Xbox's partner show. It's all it's all third party stuff. Some great games in there. I'm looking forward to Helldivers. Maybe we'll see how it reviews and stuff, because I don't just buy anything on PlayStation anymore. But it'll be interesting to see that. That's their rebuttal, right? Their rebuttal is the same thing. Their game plan hasn't actually really changed that much, guys. Third party. They're just get as much third party shit as possible on the Sony side, and that's how they stay afloat, especially in a year like this that is crickets, that is empty, that is just dog shit.
Absolutely
for first party. Dry as hell. Yeah, Sahara over there. Absolutely.
Hey, I want to do a quick shout out. I mean, interrupt the show.
No,
but Special Nick is awesome to have you here, man. It's the second week in a row, and we appreciate you stopping by. And if you can follow me on X, Twitter, so I can send you some messages, because at some point when you're available, we would love to have you on here. We would love to have you speak your mind and say anything you want, man. And you're always welcome here, just so you know. So anyway, Special Nick, a big shout out to you. Amazing show and content that you guys do. And anyway, so trust me.
Come on down, Nick. We've had Jesse over here, so come on.
Exactly. He's been on twice, and he's gonna be. There you go.
Absolutely.
But going back to the dryness, right? It's so dry. They're trying to redefine what first party exclusive actually is. Like, what?
Yeah, I saw that going around.
It's crazy.
Yeah, kind of trying to change the definition.
But
of what first party is.
But my gremlins, do not worry. PlayStation will also be bringing over their first party games like Marathon over to Xbox.
True. You're not wrong. Dude, look, times are changing.
Things could be worse. They could, imagine if an Xbox first party title landed day and date on PlayStation Plus, and we had to purchase it at full price with no option. That's what they have going on with MLB The Show. We get it on Game Pass.
Yeah.
They have to.
We get to do that.
Right. They have to
multiple
pay
times
$70.
Right. That's kind of like, that's where I like to kind of do the dig back. It's like, your games are on. Yeah, cool. What'd you pay for it? I didn't. You know what I mean? I paid for my subscription, the one that's far superior to yours.
Absolutely.
Because Xbox likes me better than Sony likes its customers. Clearly, you can't even get MLB on your own fucking service. What a joke! What a joke! Yeah. So I think we're good. Like, to Dave's point, we know. I mean, Jesus, Phil just kind of said it in the thing I read earlier when he was talking about the layoffs. They're not done acquiring, guys. There's going to be a lot more exclusives or console exclusives for the Xbox coming in the future. This is not doom and gloom.
If this helps with the, with the next acquisition, then hey, everything is subject to change in the future. You know that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Like I said, every acquisition, it saves me at least $70 a year, like bare minimum. Yes. I love it.
Could you imagine like their end game was like, we want to buy Sega. What do we need to do? We just need to lay down the little foundation that we're good guys, and then after we purchase Sega,
Jay, are you watching my videos? I literally just made a video weeks ago saying I think this is to play nice to regulators so they can go after Japan. I think they're going after Sega next. I said that's exactly what they're doing. You need a track record of doing this, and they need maybe a little bit better track record to prove that they'll play nice, and they're not going to take all the games away from everybody else. I think it could be a long-term play for Sega. That was my conspiracy video that I made a few weeks ago.
Can you imagine the fallout though?
It's gonna be great. I'm gonna love it. It's gonna pit. We're gonna hear Monopoly shit come up all over again. Yeah. We're gonna, guys like Schreier are gonna say, "Well, I just got my layoffs." It's a bloodbath out there.
You guys are buying the Good Guy Act of Xbox.
Oh man,
they're just
playing. Excellent. He says literally what I've been saying for over a month now. Yeah, I mean we've been beating on the Sega drum for a while too. I mean, even when I was still on Boom's podcast, we were saying that just is the one that makes sense. If you're except for Dave, Dave will not let Square Enix go. That's where he's going. Yeah, which is fine.
Hey Dave, listen. I'll sign off of Twitter immediately. That fallout that'll be the craziest day in gaming history.
That's really why Dave wants it to happen.
Right, the chaos.
I don't even know if he cares about the games.
This man's an agent of chaos.
Yeah, he like Joker. He just wants to see the world burn, and he wants to see what happens.
Here we go.
Exactly.
Oh goodness.
I love it.
All you need is a little push.
Yeah, there you go. Oh goodness,
man. Too good.
When couldn't find a link. Oh, there we go. Let's see. There we go. So,
why so serious?
There you go.
Let's put a smile on that face.
There you go. Oh goodness, Retro, we have over 140 people in the chat right now. Welcome everybody. Nice. Thank you all so much for being here. We greatly appreciate you. Retro, it's time. We've put it off long enough. It's time for super chat.
Good, because I have no clue what you're talking about, Dave. But all right,
we're going to PayPal next, buddy. It's it. Payworld, baby. Payworld.
Okay. Rashun with the $5 says, "Okay, let's talk about it." Tencent, exactly. Tencent has no exclusives, and they're number one. Why shouldn't all games go everywhere? Yeah, I mean, exactly. I love that you said that. I brought up Tencent multiple times. They are not in the hardware business. They are in the software business. Very much like Microsoft. It's like that's what Microsoft does. It just makes sense. 100%.
We also have another super chat.
Oh, what's going on? I haven't heard from you in a while, brother. 108 Dragons.
Going on, 108?
$5 says, LOL, a little push. Just a little push. A tiny little push. Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
I'm gonna be here to see those tiers, 100%.
Hell yeah. Oh, look, there's Fark you.
The pushback to that super chat difference is Tencent isn't a console manufacturer. That's all.
Yeah. And we know we've seen their stock absolutely tanked as well. Everyone's getting hit by it. Like we said earlier, Riot had a bunch of layoffs as well. So, Microsoft is certainly not alone in this economy and what's going on. And I'm not here to say I feel bad for the fucking $3 trillion company. I don't. I know what they're doing. But that's like Dave said, it's business, man. Sometimes you're the casualty of said business, and we've all been the casualty of that. So,
and just so everybody knows, at halftime it's the Lions 24, 49ers 7.
Yes. Okay.
That's where we're at. That's your football update for this evening so far. We will keep you updated as long as you stay listening to us.
Yeah. Thanks for the football update, Dave. This is
you're
brought
welcome.
to you by Bold Rock.
Back to you, Jim.
Hard cider. Yeah. It's really good, by the way.
Oh, we're having too much fun.
That's what we do here.
We do, exactly.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I didn't. Where were you going? Were we going to the Palworld hotness?
I'll say you have that little funny thing you want me to play. Let's you want to drop that now?
Yeah, you can drop it now. So this little Palworld. This is one of the things you can do in the game. I think is hilarious. There's all kinds of weird things you can do, but I don't know. I'm a child, so I thought this was funny.
And just so you know, I have done this after I saw this clip. I thought, oh my god,
this is one of my favorite ones. Like I saw, there's a rocket launcher where you can shoot out the penguins. I haven't done that yet, but that also looks cool. But then I saw this one, I was like, oh, okay, they're just like one upping the penguin rocket launcher. So
there we go.
At level 18, if you go to Toko Toko's gloves, you can unlock gloves that allow you to throw his explosive eggs. So select these, start production, and start crafting these. Okay, let's see what this looks like. The egg bomb launcher. Get over here, buddy. I don't even want to know. It's called the egg bomb launcher. It should be the egg bum launcher. Here we go, boys. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I love that guy. Laughed. Awesome. I love it. I don't know. I might just go watch that guy as he plays fucking Palworld while I'm playing it. Oh man, I'm easily entertained. What's up, Punty? What's going on, brother?
So many great members in the chat. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah. Oh man. Yep. Got 108 out here. Yeah. I just want to, I just love this game so much. I feel like a lot of time we talk a little bit too much business. I just want to kind of crush.
Palworld, you need exponentially more metal. It really does end up becoming one of the gates to you progressing further through the game. For instance, if you want to craft one of the...
There we go. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. I've been this. I'll tell you one thing about Palworld. There's so much going on. I've definitely used a lot of like online tutorials to do some things.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of like Elden Ring, where I didn't know what the F I was doing, and I'm like, well, I need some help here. How to level up fast. So yeah, shout out to the amount of content that is coming out for this game. It is absolutely insane.
That roadmap was crazy.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Let me see if I don't know where the hell that was. What was on the roadmap? I think somebody had posted that.
PvP, I know, crossplay.
Yep. Yeah, the PvP thing. Yeah, the crossplay. Where the hell else was it?
I'll be back in just 1 second. I gotta let this dog out. He's about to have a fit.
Your dog losing its shit. Go for it.
Yeah, she is.
All right, let me see. Where the hell was it? See if I can find it. I know I had it saved somewhere. Apologize, guys, for the dead air, but I'm looking for their layout. Where the fuck was it? Oh, found it. Okay. All right. So yeah. So Palworld is obviously they got to fix the major issues that are going on, Jay. Like me and you clearly keep following through the world. I saw some other people talk about that as well on Twitter. You go to like the volcano areas and stuff. That's really bad on Xbox right now.
Yeah.
I'm constantly falling through there. Make sure you bring a pal that can fly so you don't die through the waters that are underneath the rock over there. But according to Tom Warren and Palworld guys, he says Palworld is getting raid bosses, PvP, and Xbox / Steam crossplay support in the future. So that looks pretty promising to me. They promised features come just as Game Pass. Well, he says Pass is 7 million copies sold right now. We know it's at least 8 million that they sold, which is just
look at that base.
Crazy.
Man, had an Anubis running around. Look, oh man.
Dude, I haven't even got to the stone stuff yet. I'm still working on. Oh damn, he's got some cool beds too. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, these guys are definitely way further than I am. But chat, let us know. Are you guys? Is anyone playing Palworld as well? Is it just me, Jay, and frickin' WebDave? Or are we just like the crazy nuts like other 8 million people that are playing this? I'm just curious to see if this is grabbing people like it's grabbing me. Pause in a special way. But yeah, I think it's a fantastic game. It's super, super addicting to me. I mean, it's Pokemon with guns. Yeah, sure. But it's also like a really good, I think Jay, what surprised me the most is the survival part of it that I ended up liking. And I don't know if maybe it's just because it's like easier than most survival games. It's not as difficult to introduce you to that type of game, but I'm really enjoying that part of it. I thought it was just going to be like, getting the guns and going out there and capturing a bunch of the pals, which is also fun to do. But I've been pretty intrigued with the actual base building itself. Like, I guess, like, what do you enjoy? Like, why do you even like Palworld? Like, why do you enjoy this game so much?
Oh man, it's hard to quantify. Like,
it is hard to quantify, right? Yeah.
Because there's so much going on. Like, is the base building, is collecting the pals, also leveling up enough to beat the bosses, because you will get smacked if you go into that tower. And you're bro, even like 5 levels down. You think like in some games, okay, it's only a 5 level difference. I could kind of cheese and manage.
Right.
Bro, they one shot you. If your equipment is not up to snuff, they will one shot you. Especially with your the shields. I was like, bro, I need to upgrade my shield because they're just ripping through it.
Oh yeah. They can one hit destroy your entire shield.
Yeah.
They just hit you once and your whole shield is gone. You're like, uh-oh.
Yep. I like that there is like a little technique to it too. Like you could toss out your pal and retract them so he could heal back up, and you could kind of cheese in that manner the bosses. Like if you got a good good squad. I like that you're able to play with friends. That's awesome. One thing I do wish it was like that they added, and I did tell them, was a way for you, like in Starfield, you link your bases.
Yes, Jay. Dude, you were reading. I was thinking the same thing yesterday.
Because like teleporting from one to the next, like, because I have like some bases that are just for mining.
Yeah, like for the ore and stuff.
Yeah, right. So transporting back and forth, I just wish they could just link them up, all 3 of them. Just link them up and share the resources.
Share the resources, yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
I don't know how they'll be able to do it, but let me I don't know. Like,
I mean, they're
interlink
putting
the server.
electricity and they're doing all kinds of they got computer chips in the future. Like, I don't know how technical this game gets because I'm not even as high a level as WebDave, so he's clearly been playing this a bunch. But it seems like it wouldn't be that much of a stretch for them to do some sort of like teleport or something like that to teleport it into another chest.
And it's deep. Like there's schematics for your weapons, like for your weapon grades. Like I just I just got a rare schematic for a handgun.
Mhm.
So it was doing, what was it? 200 damage. It jumped up to 500. It's like, holy
Damn.
is there legendary now?
Okay.
Is there legendary schematics I could find in this world? Maybe in a
Oh, that's a
cave?
good point.
And that's another thing. The map is massive.
Dude, it's way bigger than I thought.
Yeah.
Like, it just keeps going. I'm like,
just
where the
keeps
hell is the
going.
damn edge of this? Yeah.
They have caves you could go into. They have different Pokemons and not Pokemons, but pals.
It's hard to
Freudian
do
slip.
sometimes.
Yeah, and, dude, I just call them Pokemon. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. The Pokeballs and all the shining. No, they're called Lucky, but it's just
Yep.
fun to have it, bro. Yeah. But the crossbreed, I didn't know like the breeding will be that intense.
Crazy.
Like it's like 20,000 variations. I'm like
Jesus.
20,000. Who the hell went through all this? Like you hatched all of these pals. It's insane.
Yeah, I love I like collecting the eggs around the world to do the hatching stuff too, put them in the incubator or whatever, just to see like what comes out. Which also helps you too if you're like if you have to collect X number of pals too, that'll count towards your total count when you get when you incubate.
I think it's hilarious, right? They start you off in this low level area, but they have this huge mammoth, level 36 just wandering around. You're like, oh,
yeah.
No, I gotta.
You know what that
avoid
reminds me
that,
of,
man.
Jay? It reminds me of like when you step out of Elden Ring, the very first area, and you're like, oh, it's this fucking knight guy, and you're like, I can take this guy, and you come up and he just fucking one hits
Smacks
you, and
you,
you're
yup.
insta dead. You're like, okay.
It doesn't anymore.
Like, yeah, why the mammoth over here? Level 38 mammoth in my beginning base. Yeah. Luckily he doesn't like get aggravated unless you mess with them.
Yeah.
I don't know if the game is built like this, but I saw several videos of this saying, don't worry, the pals will not touch you unless you aggro them. That is completely false. I don't know why. That is not true.
That little alert goes around their head when you get too close.
A little question mark or whatever. Yeah.
Not all
of them.
aggroable,
Not all of them.
but there are definitely some that are designed to be irritated.
That are some that you get in their vicinity and they're like, no, because they'll be like if you look them up, they'll say it's territorial. So if you get basically in their bubble, in their circle, they will come at you and they will try to kill you. And what really stinks
is
is
go to these
when there's multiple of them.
zones. These zones are like the lands are protected or something, like little tiny islands full with cops, whatnot.
Yeah.
As soon as you even land, you're like, oh, you committed a crime. Like what? And they won't stop until they kill you.
Yeah, I'll just chase you down.
Yeah.
Ninja Squirrel says, isn't it 100 Yeah, I think they have over 100. I can't remember the exact number.
111 or something like that.
I think it's like 111, right? I think that's the number I
so.
heard too. He says all can crossbreed. 100 times 100 equals 1,000 different types at launch.
There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I think you can only breed 1 and 1, right? There's no like trio weird shit going on.
Yeah, just one
that I know of. Yeah, I know.
And a joie. Hello.
All right. I told my wife, I was like, this. I'm like, I fucking love this game. I'm like, you can even breed them and make them stronger and make them like combine them. And I'm like,
and then she looks at you like, why did I marry this fucker?
No. She,
well,
look,
my wife
Dave,
does.
my wife already knows I'm fucking weird. She knew what she was getting into. But what we thought was funny was that you have to bake them a cake. And my wife's like that. She's like, I love having cake and sex. Like that makes complete sense to me.
Oh, there you go.
I was like,
the inside there.
Yeah, a little too much info for you guys.
So later be like, Richard, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm going to get some cake.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, I'm getting cake. That's wink.
You want a piece of pie? No, I'd rather have cake. Alrighty then. Let them eat cake, RHETRI. All right. Sorry, I'll leave it alone.
No, you're good. You're good. I said it. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just absolutely loving this game. This guy is Jesus Christ. He's got so many damn pals. I like this also that I don't know if you guys use this that other cylinder. There's a cylinder machine that
you have to power them up.
Basically, you're killing off a bunch of pals to make like one of them more power.
Yeah,
one of them more powerful. This game is just, it's a lot more layered and deep than I thought it was going to be. Like, I did not think there was going to be this many systems. I know this is a terrible comparison, but I talked about Starfield a lot, and just the number of different systems and different things that you could do in the game I was very impressed by. Palworld is giving me those vibes in that regard, where there's just so many damn things you can do in this game. A surface level, I don't think like trailers or anything did this game justice until you start playing it and you start realizing how far and all the different types of things that you can do in this game. It's just crazy to me. Dave, why don't you go off? Let me know kind of like what your thoughts are about the game, like what your favorite, why you like this game. I asked that to Jay. He said it is hard to quantify, and I do agree with it. It is hard to kind of explain to people why Palworld is awesome. But what are your kind of takeaways of why you were enjoying this game so much and why we're all addicted to this thing?
Well, for me, I'm gonna have to restart that real quick. Give me a sec. I'm here. I'm talking. I'm just going to restart the
yeah, it happens.
the video because it's going a little janky, as it were, chugging along. But yeah, no, it's I mean, I liked Pokemon. It was okay. I didn't start until like the Switch for me. I would not play the older versions. My son and my daughter, big huge fans. They have them all. For the Game Boy, the handheld, the color, all that, the advanced. They have all those games, and I didn't get in until the Let's Go Pikachu, whatever it was. But that's what I started with, and I enjoyed it, man. It was a lot of fun. This is so much better. This is so much more of what I want out of that type of game, because it's not just that type of game. I love base building, resourcing. I love going around trying to catch these guys, and it's like when they turn their back to you, you have a better chance of catching them, kind of thing. It's just, there's a whole bunch of things that they did right, and like I said, we know that they're going to make improvements. Like I said, they have a roadmap, a lot of things that they're going to do to it. So it's exciting for me to be in on this quote unquote ground level of it, and then you can do the 4-player cooperative. I've played with my son, and it's like we love we play Halo and stuff like that, all those kind of things together. So for us, it's like that's kind of thing like doing. I'm nowhere near as good as he is, but there's a few things that I've been able to show him on this that he didn't know. I was like, oh, I didn't know you could do that. I was like, yeah, and vice versa. More so him educating me, but yeah. So it's neat. A lot of fun. I think there's so much that they could do to it. I don't know if you saw there's the actual company they posted, they're already starting to get requests, and they're starting to do some merchandising that's going to be coming out in the next couple of months.
I was gonna say, that seems like such an easy money grab.
Yep.
Exactly. But it's I mean, yes, there's some things where they're familiar with Pokemon, yes. But if you're like, is this game Pokemon? No, it is not.
That's why I've never played a Pokemon game. Everybody I talk to who has tells me this is far superior to anything Pokemon has done.
This is what a lot of people are like. Pokemon should be like this. That's what they wanted Pokemon to be. And and I tell you, if you were to go play a Pokemon game now, you'd be like, "What is this crap?"
Right.
I don't mean to be. I love Pokemon. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to slam Pokemon or bring it down in any way.
But you compare it,
it's not Pokemon. It's its own game that happens to have monsters and stuff in it that you can collect, and that's just the way it is. Let's Legendary Yomi's got a comment there. Why don't you read that real quick?
What's going on, Yobi? I was actually just talking to someone about you the other day. Nothing but good things, by the way. WEBDAVE isn't dedicated servers coming in a future update. If so, then it won't be to worry about renting servers because this game is beast mode. That's a good question. I don't know, Yobi. I don't know if they said anything about that, but dedicated servers would certainly help this game out a lot. Z Black Rider saying, I just found a level 50 dragon. Jesus, I have not seen anything. I don't think I've seen anything that high yet. I've seen some.
I tell you what's cool. You were talking about the mammoth, right? At the beginning, and like, so I was flying around, just trying to, that's one of the things that my son thinks is really cool. He's like, if you're on a flying dragon and you go over water and you run out of stamina, you don't die. You just fall. Build your stamina back up and you take off again. Go. So what I've been doing, I've been going back and forth, clearing the map so I can see what's going on. Trying to get as many of the little portals, teleport things open, so I can jump back and forth. That's what I've been trying to do. Well, I found a huge egg, whatever. So I used frozen egg. So I got it. I incubated. It was like 14 minutes to incubate, 15 minutes to incubate it. And when it came out, it was the snow or frost version of the mammoth. I'm like,
oh, no way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so,
man.
and I've got, as soon as it did that, it was like popped up where I could make a mount for it. So I'm riding that big ass.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. So I'm just saying.
Damn, that's a cool one.
Possibilities are endless, man. There's so much fun, so much stuff to explore. I mean, right now, like I spent like 4 hours of doing nothing but mining coal back and forth, carrying it back and forth, and then going to get the ingot back and forth, right? Bring, and then I find out my son's like, after level 10, you can actually have more than one base. What? He said, yeah, and then after level 20, you can add another base. What?
You're like, damn it.
I didn't know.
There's one thing I would suggest for anyone who hasn't played this game or is just starting is when you go into all the menus everywhere, really read the entire screen, because I've missed a bunch of stuff that was like it just in small print, like the extra base thing I missed for a while too, Dave, and I was like, it was staring at us in the face every time you went to the your base hub or whatever the hell the thing is called. I was like, damn it.
And one of the things I
saw
saw,
a long time ago.
I'm sorry, that I saw on Twitter was somebody posted this, a little video, so I watched it. And so a group of friends, 4 of them, they're like, they hatched a plan to beat the mammoth, right?
Oh, I saw that.
They put a bunch of fire around, and they had him like chase him.
I saw that.
It.
Yep.
That was
and
smart.
then like right when the end is like, he should have tried to catch him and killed it. And he's like, oh man. But still, it was like
the fact that something like that could actually work is amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I
was,
saw?
Go
I
ahead.
saw he was level 15, right? And he was able to get what was it, a Giga Ball or an Epic Ball or something like that? Or whatnot. He built a trap for one of the
oh my
bosses.
God, like the bear trap thing? Like one of the bear traps?
But he did it. He was like he built these steps like Fortnite as high as he possibly could, right? He guided the monster, like was chasing him up. He jumps down, destroys the ladder, right, or whatever, the stairs. The whole thing collapses, and the beast takes fall damage enough that he was able to capture it. I was like,
so stealing that idea.
Genius.
Dude, that is smart.
Excellent.
I'm stealing that idea.
That was amazing.
That's why I love this game, man. Like there's so many different ways to play this game. Clearly they're not all the same, but Spartan 661 says, which pal tastes the best? I haven't done that yet. I haven't eaten any pals yet. I feel bad.
There's another good one from Yobi there.
Yobi says, WebDave, can't wait until I get a flying pal. Yeah, that makes a huge difference. I'm going all over the map. Oh, and the first boss battle, I got bodied nasty, and I was level 25. Nope. Got to level 30. I beat that fucker. Yeah, exactly. That's like what Jay was saying before. Like, and a lot of other games, you think you can kind of cheat it and kind of get in there, and if it's like 3 to 5 levels ahead of you, I'm like Jay. I haven't been able to do that. Every time I go in someone that's like 5 levels higher than me, I'm getting my ass handed to me. It's unless you have something that you can hide behind and it won't, and you don't get hit, then you're okay. But sometimes the game is a little glitchy.
Right.
I've had the guy literally go right through the
attacks will go
the
through
barrier. Yeah, the attacks will go through, or he'll literally float through it, and I'm like, oh shit, and then I'm dead.
Oh, dude, I was at a base, one of those out the ones with the fire smoke that come up, right? The trappers or whatever they are.
The trappers.
So I'm like running around the outskirts of it because they have like the little defense wall, right? And it doesn't go through it. So I'm like, cool. I'm running back there, getting ready, and then I jump out, shoot a couple of them, then come back, and then a whatever pal got nicked or drawn into the fight. And after a couple of hits, he's throwing these big fireballs. Of course, I'm running behind the wall. I'm like, and then all of a sudden, he blows the base completely up in one hit. I'm like, it's all gone. I'm like, fuck. Take off running. And he's chasing me across the screen. Great.
About those captures, Dave, about the captures, right? They will come and raid your base and take the Pokemons that are outside working.
Yeah.
And sell it to the guy that sells
the merchants?
Pokemon, the merchant. And you could go back and buy them off of him.
I didn't know they came when they raided. I've always been able to kill them at every raid.
Yeah.
So I didn't even know that was. See, that's what I'm saying.
And sell it to the black market merchant. Yep.
Oh my god, that's so funny. Okay, I did not know that.
So RHETRI, another thing is I was, kind of like the Three Little Pigs. I built my first fortress out of wood. Big, tall, massive, 80 stories tall. This is so cool. That's cool. Then I got raided by a fire pal.
Dude, did your base
and burned the entire thing to the
Mine
ground.
too.
And all these
I was
supplies.
just gonna say that.
I could take like a step and I was full. It's like, fuck. I had to break it all up and drop it. It took me 2 hours to clean that mess up. And then I was like, steel, built my next one has steel.
That's a good point. That's why I gotta get my very first base. We got raided or whatever, and there was like a fire pal with them or something, and it flew by me, hit my base, and I'm fighting them. I'm like, kicked your ass, turn around, my whole base is gone. I was like, uh-oh. Same thing happened to me.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, you got to be careful with those types of fights and stuff. But the alarm system did not work for me. I don't. There's a lot of bugs in this game. That was one of the very first things I did was use it didn't work either way. It didn't alarm me of them coming in, and when I hit the bell to wake all the pals up to fight, that didn't work either. So I don't know if the alarm's been fixed since. But
probably, but
it didn't work for me when I tried it. It didn't work for Jay either. So, but hey, who knows? I don't know.
Radio.
Human trafficking.
Yobi, I got 2 of the bad guys and sold them for 500 each. Human trafficking. I was dying laughing. Like, what the fuck? That is true. I see. Dave's the one who told me about that. I had no clue you could even capture the people. I just
did my
merchant. Yep.
Yeah, you can if you catch a merchant and you can actually put him on your team and he'll just walk around. Then you don't have to go finding a merchant. You just walk up to him and you can sell him stuff right there from your base. I was like, what? Yeah, I just found.
And I wonder, I know the merchant changes pals because I went to him, I found him, and then I had to come back. I forgot my money, and I went back and he had completely different pals. So I wonder while he's following you, if it changes throughout time. I'm guessing it probably does, which is good.
Crazy. Absolutely. It's absolutely crazy. What was it? Oh my god, the island that what's his face used to have. That people were people were naming their base that, and I'm like, oh my god.
Oh fuck.
Epstein Island. Oh Lord.
No.
Yeah.
You gotta love the internet.
Too funny.
What do you guys feel about some of the hate the game has gotten from developers?
Jealousy.
Yeah. You mean from Sony developers?
Yeah.
In particular.
Yeah. Well,
dude,
he had a game come out that week, and
just shut your mouth. Especially from a AAA developer. How does it feel to get your teeth kicked in with something that's 1/20th your budget?
It's funny you should say that,
bro. Even the
$7 million this game costs, and yes, there's a bunch of bugs, but I mean, it's selling like hotcakes.
And the team is like what, 10 people?
Well, the team, to be fair, the team is now about 50. They had to hire another 40 people because they were 10. There was 4 people that started making this game. FYI. Yeah.
Did you read that? Did you see that? I just put it up there from boss Shaun that he put this tweet up. He said, what happened was, but look at the numbers for PayPal. In-game, this was like a couple hours ago, but in-game at the time was over 2 million people playing Palworld. And then The Last of Us part 1. There was only,
Oops.
And
Yeah.
this goes back to why I'm not concerned about games going to other platforms after a time, right? Because look,
Right.
The Last of Us Part 1, right, is barely getting any traction. I would bet that if they launched it day and date on PC, those numbers will be probably triple
Yep.
that.
I agree. Yep. So I've been touting. I'm like, what is Sony
Mhm.
doing? Go day and date. Stop this. Stop
Mhm.
cowering to your fucking base. They're not going to leave in droves. You'll get a percentage of people that leave the PlayStation ecosystem for PC, but it's going to be a small percentage. And you're going to make a lot more money, releasing those games day and date than you ever would losing some of your hardware guys for the PlayStation, which doesn't even make you that much money anyways. It's software that makes you money, not the hardware. So yeah, it's crazy that they are still.
Want some more
holding on to
slander,
that.
some more salt, real quick?
Yeah, I love slander. Hey,
What do you think the impact of a game like Palworlds will have on the industry going forward? Do you think people will shift? Like, listen, they're able to get concurrently over 2.1 million players.
second highest of all time
Yeah.
after PUBG.
I mean,
50-man
nutty,
studio compared to thousands. It's not a $70 game. It's not a $250 million budget, $300 million budget.
Yeah.
Like it's Spider-Man 2, like you have up here. Like,
Yeah.
what?
I
What's
think
the
the
messaging?
the messaging should be stop fucking around and spending this much money on games. I think it's unnecessary. It goes back to the point we were talking about last week and the week before that. Well, I'm tired of games like Valhalla or that need to be a minimum of 100 hours plus. No, we don't, and just create these inflated crazy budgets. This proves that you can do something on a much smaller scale and it'll take off. It proves that graphics don't fucking matter, guys. Look at what the Nintendo does. Photographic, fidelity and all that shit. At the end of the day, it's pretty, but it doesn't sell. It's not selling as good. Sorry. Like gameplay mechanics, just a fun ass game. That's what sells. That's what matters. So I'm hoping that the industry sees this and goes, maybe we should, have a cap, right? Not inflate these budgets too crazy and pull back a little bit, pull out a little bit. Sony, I don't know.
It's like look at a game like Alan Wake, right? Gorgeous game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Story writing, game of the year nominations, etc., etc. But the sales, it hardly even sold.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's always been a issue with that studio too.
Yeah,
they kind of never get. they're always like critically acclaimed, and they're like everyone's like, I love their games, but they never sell that well, which is also baffled me when we talked in the past about acquisitions that no one's acquired them, and maybe it's just because their games haven't sold. But man, they're certainly solid.
Talented, yeah.
They're definitely talented team. But yeah, it's crazy. The jealousy thing that I saw on Twitter, Jay, was just, that's annoying. Like there's a thing where it's like, we've seen like guys like Phil, we've seen like Xbox guys congratulate the other side. They're literally congratulating the other side. And you got fucking assholes like this who can't let anyone else succeed. You have to be the end all be all. Like, why would you? First of all, if you said that and I'm your boss, you're fired. If you're stupid enough to fucking say shit like that on the internet, shitting on another developer, this might be a large industry, but it's also small at the same time. Everybody knows everybody. Like, that is not. Don't be one of those stupid people who go on there. That could be your future employer. You know what I mean? Like, you have no clue. You could be working for Pocket Pair in the future. Just shut your damn mouth. Congratulate them and move the fuck on. Like, I don't know why you would shit on someone else's success like that. It's not an Xbox studio. I think it's because it was on Game Pass. So they're like, ugh.
Right.
Let's give them some shit because there's some correlation in some way to Microsoft and Xbox. So let's,
like, the downplaying was crazy. Oh, look, it's only $30. Oh, this and that. I'm like,
Oops, sorry, Dave. Accidentally, whatever you just did, I clicked a button.
You're good.
My bad.
You're good.
Yeah, downplaying the success of this game is
ultimately
was
people are
annoying
having
to see.
fun. People are having fun. People,
Right.
it's an experience. You know,
Yes.
Yep.
people have great
Absolutely.
stories of
Very.
playing with their children. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, it's all ages can get into this. I mean, yeah,
yeah,
you're
absolutely.
shooting, but I mean, it's not blood and gore or anything like that. But it's still, and your pals are basically they're asleep for a while when they when they get quote unquote knocked out. They're not dead, kind
Right.
of thing. Even though you use guns on them or whatever. So it's it is what it is. But I like playing it. I think it's
It's
fun.
cool. Yeah.
Well, I'm 58 years old and I'm having more fun out of this than I have a lot of other games here recently. So, and it's just
I saw on Twitter a dad was playing with his kids and he was like,
Mhm.
listen, they all had mounts, like flying mounts, and they were
Yes.
just flying around the world, and it was like, this is an amazing experience. And like that's awesome, man.
That's
It's something
cool.
you can do together. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's awesome.
RHETRI, I'm going to give away 5 members
Sure.
real quick. We'll just kind of see it random as to who gets them. So there we go. Just
All right. We'll go. I'll wait till they're all. There
there you go.
All right. So there
All
you
right.
go. You guys just got gifted. You got Jesse B got one. Quick Draw Canuck got one. Spartan 661, Talos, and Big Mad Mo. Big Mad Mo.
There you go.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah,
That's
welcome,
awesome.
welcome,
Thank you,
guys.
Dave.
And it was just it's just one of those things that we're able to do. We'll do some more next week. It's it's just we just love having you guys here. And now that you've done it, you have access to the emotes. So burn them up, man. We have all kinds of cool ones. Ones of Phil. There's even a Palworld one. Almost said there's a Pokemon one. That would have been wrong. Yeah. And so yeah.
And if we
have
get
fun,
more
guys.
members, we can make more pals. You're welcome.
Exactly. We're working on that too. Yeah. And
There's
you can sign
100
up
of
for
them.
$1 if you want to. You can just do a $1 membership, and if you don't like it, then don't renew. It's that simple. So
Yep, 100%.
like I said, we appreciate each and every person that's here. Over 150 people in the chat. Thank you so much. We have just a little bit more time left. I'm not trying to wrap things up or anything. I just wanted to do that so I wouldn't forget. Just to be honest with you, I'll be into the show and be like, oh man, look what I'm supposed to do. So yeah, RHETRI. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite aspect about this game for you? I mean, what are you finding? I mean, is it the making stuff? Is it the hunting? Is it just because it's something different? What is it that's sucking you in?
Yeah, it's kind of like Jay said, it's kind of hard to quantify. I think it feels like the whole package. One thing that surprised me about this game that I'm enjoying is the base building. I usually don't like that stuff, but I want to improve my base. I want to I'm going to stone next. I got to switch out all my wood because I've already literally gotten burned by that. So I gotta get away from the fire. Fire dangerous with RHETRI. But for me, it's exploration I really like in this game as well. Really enjoying going from like I'm dire wolf. I can't remember what they're calling it, but it's a dire wolf. You started with the dire wolf, and then getting the birds and the flying guys on your side, and getting to ride them. Is great. It just makes honestly, but it does open up this world, and it makes things like getting like those green orbs that you have to get across the world so much easier. I wish my guys would fly a little bit faster, but that comes with
there's
other
different
pals.
mounts.
Yeah, there's different mounts, right? And there's different guys that
Abilities,
fly
the swift
way
abilities
faster.
Well,
Yeah.
if you get a mount with, even if it's an early low level mount, maybe like that the beginning bird that you got, right? If it has that swift ability, it's faster
I'm gonna have
than
to look.
almost anything else. Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
see again. I didn't even know
And that's
about
how deep this game goes. It's
That's
like,
how
it's
deep
crazy.
this game is, guys. Like I had
And,
no clue.
and plus too, you
about
can
that.
actually go farm a bunch, and then you take that compressor thing, and then you can take those traits
Make
and you
a
can
better
put them
one.
on the Pokemon you
Yup.
want, make them even faster and double them up.
Right.
Another
Telling
thing
ya.
is, it's not just about tossing your pal out and he's gonna do all the work. You could actually use them. Like you have one pal that goes on your head, has 2 pistols. The monkey pal has a
monkey guy,
machine
yep.
gun. Other ones, like even your flying mounts or any mounts that you're riding, you could literally do their move sets. You could change the moves to more powerful moves that you could find around the world. It's like devil fruit powers in a way. It's like these little devil fruits you find somewhere, you feed them to your pal, and they're able to learn these like high level damage
I just
techniques.
found those. Yeah. Yep.
They're usually hanging on a tree. Did you find some of those?
Yeah, that's what I'm like, dude, I swear I had already gone to that area, and I don't know if it's because I leveled up, but I went right back to the area. All of a sudden there was a tree there with, like you said, like the devil fruit. That's good. That's what I thought of it as well.
And you know what you do with that fruit? You know what that fruit's for? You can actually feed certain fruit to certain members, certain pals, and it opens up attributes, which I didn't know that. I've been collecting them, but I didn't know what the hell they were for. So we have a new channel member. Let me read that off real quick, and then we have
nice.
a super
Torino
chat.
Johnson, welcome to the Gamers Council. He just became a YouTube member. Welcome, brother. Appreciate you. Rocket with the $2 says, what I love is the settings and how much you can tinker. Exactly. That's the thing. It's the tinkering, and it's like a lot of times, like I know some people like in Starfield complain about some of the systems they found were just boring. Every system in this game I don't find boring. I don't feel like there's a huge weakness to anything. Like I like the base building. I like going out searching for the pals. I get the adrenaline rush when I capture 10 of the same pals, and then it goes up and you have to capture however many more to get another bonus. It kind of feels like, like you're in Vegas, right? There's no clocks there, and you just get that adrenaline, you get that adrenaline rush every single time that you do stuff, because it's like constant achievements, inter-game achievements essentially in this title. That's just great. I love, I saved this. Yeah. Thank you for putting that out there, Jay, that map, because that has definitely helped me out as well. But
yes, big thanks to you. That's one of the reasons why we wanted to have you on tonight was your passion for this game is obviously it's infectious, and you're big into it too, and we appreciate you, and we love the work that you do out there, and I know that you're and hopefully you will have had a good time tonight. Hopefully you'll be back with us in the future sometime.
Absolutely.
We'd love to have you back on.
Absolutely. Now it's crazy when I first put that tweet out, right? People had no idea the map was that big. They were like, what?
Yep, I didn't either, Jay. I'm like, I thought I got most of it, and I'm like, shit. Like, I'm not even close.
Not even close.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
And this doesn't cover the cave system.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. There's the dungeons and stuff, and all the other things you can get yourself into. That's really cool. The towers and stuff that there are in the game, the boss fights, as it were. So it's just and they're thinking and adding and already have plans for more stuff. And from I guess I don't think it was in their roadmap, but we've heard that they're like at least 50 to 100 more ideas already like cemented into place and created and ready to go for more pals as the game goes on and stuff that they want to add into the game to generate more, I guess, variety and stuff, which will mean even more crossbreeding, which is insane to think about as well. So,
and someone in the chat brought up a great point. They love that they're able to actually go in and change the settings of their world, the server settings, to what they prefer. Because some people don't really like dealing with the hunger.
That's a good point.
You could tone that down to your liking.
Yep. You can shut off raids too. You can shut off any raids so your place doesn't burn down like me and Dave's did.
Right.
What?
So you can actually customize your server or your game to your liking, which is fantastic.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Devil Fruit, just like One Piece, Abdel. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just just amazing the amount of things. And I don't know how far you guys are into it. I think Dave, you said you're like 41. I'm in my 30s right now.
Yep.
Jay, what level are you? Do you know?
I think I'm 45.
Nice.
45? Okay. Yeah. So we all still have a ways to go, which means there's going to be a lot of things we do not even have a clue about. And I've already put in, God, I don't know, like 48 hours into this game. I'm sure you guys. Sounds like you guys have put in probably.
Yeah, Sanchez said he made his days longer. Oh, he's afraid of the night.
Yes, that's one of the very first. That is one of the very first things I did. That is a complaint I had. The day cycle for this game, it's too quick. It is definitely too quick. So make the days longer. In the settings.
Tell you what I'm gonna do after I get more of the map opened up, and once I get to like level 50, I'm gonna turn it completely to dark. Like stay dark like for a long time, and day for like a couple of minutes.
And just search
and search because everything glows. So you can go around and search for everything I'm missing. Just saying. That's my plan.
It's crazy that this game has a day-night cycle and some other AAA $70 games don't. I'm looking at you, Spider-Man.
You're Spider-Man.
Oh man.
Can't do what Palworld can.
But one thing I would add to this game, and I'd like to get your input on this as well. Would be weather and music.
Dave, oh my God, Jay, I was just gonna say weather. I wonder if they'll add weather. If they
weather and music. That's the only like a little background music would be nice.
Yeah,
like a little chime. You know, it has this like sometimes.
I mean, there is music.
And especially when the raid is going on in boss battle.
Yeah,
there's nice music. But something to set the tone and the mood, or like when you go to these different regions, get a different tone to it. But weather, like I would like to go to Iceland, maybe encounter a blizzard or something like that.
Yes, Jay. I'm a big sucker for weather in games. I think it
adds to it.
More immersion. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm all about that.
Sugar Cube Spider-Man.
Sugar
Cubes.
I was like, well, guys, I'm like, what does he mean? Oh yeah.
yeah. We remember that flashback. As we start to wrap things up, because Jay put in the private chat that he's got to head out here in a minute, so I thought we'll just go ahead and we'll wrap things up. But I do want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It's so awesome to have so many amazing members of the community here. We really appreciate you. And just to let everybody know, just to give you a heads up, that next week's show, we are going to have Mr. Boomstick XL, and then we're going to have the one and only Tim Dog will be here next week.
That's going to be epic.
It's going to be crazy.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. So we're going to have to have a lot of moderators to kick out the ponies. I'm sure.
Yeah.
So that's going to be wild. But man, God, thanks everybody. Sorry to cut everybody out. I mean, thanks, man. Farq, appreciate you so much, dude. You're awesome.
Yeah.
So all I gotta say is Farq you. Anyway, but that's what I gotta do, man. It's gotta do it every time. So let me do our outros real quick. Oh my goodness, JayRock, what an amazing guest you were, dude. Please tell everybody where they can find you.
The Gremlins know where to find me all the time. You know, I'm on X, formerly known as Twitter, breaking hooves, entertaining you guys, having fun, sharing some tips and tricks when it comes to some of these games. You know, doing the community game nights is going to come back. You know, I have more time now. I have more time now. I got my new schedule at work, so I'll be able to do more podcasting with you guys in the future. Hopefully, it shouldn't be an issue, because I know a lot of you guys were reaching out to get me on your shows, and I'm always working because of the schedule. But I got that down pat. I should be able to do more shows, start up my own podcast next month, and gonna have some fun.
Very cool.
We're
let us know. We'll have you back
definitely
on.
Do the community game night, Jay. I was talking to the Black Viking and some other people about that as well. So we'll definitely, like we did last time, Jay, we had a blast playing Halo. So we'll bring that back and try to get a bunch of people together, because that's always a good time too. We just talk shit and have fun, man.
Yeah,
it's a blast every time.
And that is awesome. RHETRI, buddy, tell everybody where they can find you. Tell everybody about your new show that's coming up, and I'm also going to put that.
Sure.
It's in the description below, people, but I'm also going to put it in the chat as well to make it easier. If you want to click on it, make sure you subscribe to his channel. We need to make sure that you follow this, because his new show that's coming out on Saturdays in a couple of months is going to be absolute fire. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So like Yobi was saying in chat, that's going to be called Aim Down Sights. That's coming in March. That is going to be, like he said,
that's a good name.
With his buddy. Yeah, thank you. I didn't come up with it. My other guys did. But that'll be with Red Dead Panda and Next Gen Nero. You see Nero on Twitter as well as Panda. Panda has her own show as well. But we'll be doing that Saturday nights, guys, at 7 p.m. Same time as this show, just the day before. It's going to be a ton of fun. I have no doubt you guys are going to vibe with us all. It's a great group of people, of podcasters. It's going to be a ton of fun. But you guys can find me on Twitter at GamePass_daily, and you can find me at Game Pass Daily on YouTube, where I talk about Game Pass because I love it. I'm a shill for it. I do not give a shit. It's the best fucking deal in gaming. Nothing comes close. And I'm all about it. So, but thank you guys for coming out tonight. Chat was awesome. Jay, we'll definitely have to have you on another time, dude. Like,
Yes.
I love talking games with you. You definitely know your stuff. So thank you for coming out tonight, brother.
Absolutely.
It was
Had a great time with you, man.
time,
Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Web.
Awesome.
100%.
And just a sports update. Ooh.
Come on,
It's
dude. Come on,
tied
baby.
24 to 24.
Are you serious?
2 minutes
Tied?
left in the third quarter.
Oh my God! Come on, Detroit.
Come on, Detroit.
You had to make it
Detroit,
interesting, right?
Come
Have
on,
to make
man.
it interesting. You read that super chat.
Fucking fart you. Dude, he loves busting my balls. WebDave might have to unsubscribe from Game Pass Daily. Not sure I can cope with him and Panda on the show. Yeah, you'll be there. I know. Yo, I know
You'll
you got
be
a
there.
crush on Panda. You're good. Just kidding. Looking forward to it. Absolutely.
love it.
Yeah, I love you, Fart
Yo, Panda's a beast in Halo, by the way.
Dude,
She is
Panda.
good.
Do not underestimate her.
Panda is. I don't like to say people are better than me when it comes to shooters. Panda's better than me. She
is good.
She's a beast, bro. Yeah. So we'll definitely be playing some Halo with her, and she can carry.
There you
my
go.
team. That's
There you
fine.
go. And just one last thing too. If you guys want to, we do have merchandise. It's in the description below. Look at this. I got my brand new
There you go.
embroidered Gamers Council hat, and also has Gamers Council on the back too. So I can be like Mav.
Yes, sir.
Actually, he wears it better because he's cooler than I am. But yeah, love fun speculation. Love you, man. But yeah, and also just if you want more gaming content tonight, if you're like, man, I need some more fix for some gaming, stay tuned. I've got it set so that this show, everybody in the chat will roll over to the Plume Network. He started his show here just about a minute ago. So if you haven't checked out Tony and the Plume Network, he has a daily news show every single weekday. It is amazing. It is awesome. He's somebody else you need to follow. Him or RHETRI. You definitely need to follow both these guys and stay informed on all the greatest and latest information about gaming. Thanks everybody for joining us here on the Gamers Council. All right, I had to stop it. I didn't shut the show off. RHETRI, we're still live. We're still going because we got a super chat.
I was just sending him a message saying, "Dude, we'll get you on the next show." I lied. We'll get you right now, Spartan.
Get you right
661.
now, Spartan.
$2 super chat says, "Thank you guys. You're all amazing." All right, Dave, hit it. We're out.
We're out.